With the ice trees finished, we can begin to create the lighting and render trees for this particular series of effects. We're going to focus on the muzzle flash for now, and what I want to do is actually have an object that's going to illuminate the muzzle flash particle cloud once I have the volumetric shaders applied. The cartridge and bullet tracer point clouds are going to be using standard surface shaders to illuminate them, so I want to get the volumetric shader working properly. If I open up the medium rifle, the SRT, and I access the laser blast emission, which you can't see right now because it's hidden deep inside of these particles here, I'm actually going to use that and match a light to its position. This is going to be the light that illuminates the effect. Under the standard get primitive light menu, I'm going to pick a point light. I'm going to rename this to the gun muzzle blast light. And I will match up its position, transform match translation, to the laser blast emission object. I want to parent this into the hierarchy of the gun, so I'll drag and drop it under the rifle SRT. So wherever the gun goes now, the character goes, or the light goes. When you're working with any kind of point cloud rendering, it's very useful to use light fall off, as the further the light travels from its source, the less intense it affects other objects in the scene. In this case, point clouds. We want the light to be able to be brightest where the muzzle blast occurs, where it's born, and a little bit less intense towards the end of its life, farther away from the source blast. So what I'm going to do is, in the General tab, enable light fall off. And if I draw a render region right now, nothing's really going to appear too great. I don't actually see any illumination along the muzzle of the barrel at all, or any illumination on the particles for that matter. I'm going to increase the start fall off so that light has the opportunity to spread over 8 units before it begins to fall off towards a value or close to a value of 0. I'm going to clamp the end fall off, so any distance beyond 20 units from the light source, no effect. Okay, so we've got the light picked. The other thing I want to do is make sure that I'm dealing with an area light here. I'm going to make the light emit from a small area of about 2 unit scale, 200% larger than its original size, and I'm going to increase the number of U and V samples to do some smoothing within that area light, so I can have softer shadows and a softer dispersal of light on my point cloud. Okay, so the light's ready to go now. Let's go and start to work with the volume shader on the muzzle flash.